Rick, you're going to start with a brand new email so that you're not recognized by the system.
Right.
Okay, so Rick's already known to the system, so if he uses his existing email, it'll screw everything up. So he's going to create a new account just like you will. So see that, create an account? That's where you're going to go. So a new page will open up. Type your email in and then click. So put your name. Oh, sorry, the questions. Sorry, no, you are not a registered lobbyist. No. Answer no. Do you represent an organization? Hopefully you can say yes to this because you're trying to put a letter in for a group. So yes, you represent an organization. Please select an organization from the drop-down menu. Hopefully your group is not already listed in there. There are thousands of groups listed with the state. So if you put in a kind of a routine name, it might kick it back until you know that already exists. So Rick, type in something that won't be, that you know won't be duplicative, that you know will get past the system. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Rick, I can't find my organization in the above drop-down list. Click that first. Okay, there you go. So you're going to tell them, no, it's not in the drop-down. Now you're going to put your name in. And make it, you know, try to make it as unique as possible. If you already have a name, to make it more unique so that the state doesn't already have it and you aren't duplicating somebody, you know, in a completely different county somewhere, you can add something to the end. It doesn't have to, it's not a legal name. So you can add something to the name like "and friends" or something like that to change your group name a little bit so you don't get a, oh, we already have you, sorry. So Rick's calling it new neighborhood group. Let's see if that gets past the state or if they say there's already somebody there. Oh, good, that worked. Okay, so there were no duplications. Now he's gonna fill in his personal information. So this is from whoever is putting the letter through and will be signing the letter. So Rick, and here's his business address, San Francisco. These are all the things he's put already at the bottom of his letter. What's his organization? He's going to get rid of Livable California because that's not who he's signing up. That's popping up from previous tests we did.
This is my role within the organization.
Yeah. He's going to be the secretary of, what do you call it? The new group, something like that?
New neighborhood group, I think.
New neighborhood group, okay. Really generic, okay. Then you're going to put in an email address that you want the state to have. And he's going to get rid of this old address because it's in the system and it'll confuse the system. So he's creating a brand new email to use there. You don't have to do this. It's just that Rick is known to the system and the system will keep trying to revert him back to Livable California, and we won't be able to do this training if the system recognizes him. So he's creating a brand new email address. You don't have, you folks will not have to do this. You can just use the address you're most comfortable with, but we have to do it because of the duplication in the system. So just ignore this part while we get through it. Okay, so he's chosen his, now you have to answer these questions. You have to give them answers to security questions. So he's gonna answer this security question, which is childhood nickname. There's other choices. You guys have seen these drop-down menus where you get several choices. This has a bunch of them, your primary school and all that. You're gonna tell the state the security answer. So here's Rick's security answer. Then hit register. Okay, now what it's telling you is that it's going to redirect you. Hang on, let me get to my, okay, so the portal's going to respond. How did you get there, Rick?
Yeah, it's where it took me.
Okay.
Let me look at something because I think it. Okay, so let's go to my email here, and I just got something from the position letter support team.
Okay,
Let's see.
stop. Let me explain. After he clicked that secret answer, the security answer, the system sent an email to him. So the system's going to talk to your email, and you're going to go check your email. You might have to look in junk, but after you give them your little security answer, you are going to get an email from the state of California. And we found it in junk many times. And Rick now he's got his arrow pointed at what he got. It's called the Position Letter Support Team. What's that? Why does it say that, Rick?
Because that's the address, that's the name they use in their email send.
Okay, so the state is calling itself the Position Letter Support Team, and they've sent Rick an email. So Rick's going to click on the email. And so are you. And it's not opening. Okay, now you're going to, the state is assigning you a password. Right underneath that, that blue, there's a long password. Copy it. There's no way you're going to be able to retype it. So copy that gigantic long black password that Rick was using his cursor around. So Rick's going to copy the giant password. Go ahead, Rick.
First, I'm going to copy my username because that's the email that I put in, but I'll copy it.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
Folks. Yeah,
Put
your email in the email spot.
That.
Okay, and then you take the state assigned password. This password's only going to be alive for a short time. You're not going to be stuck with it. You're about to pick your very own password, but first, the state makes you use their password. So you stick it in there. Giant password, show password, just to be sure that it looks all weird and it's the one. Yeah, that's the one. And you click sign in. Now it's going to take you to your very own page to create your own real password. So first you had to do the state's password. Now they're letting you do your own password. So that's where you put something you're comfortable with, but check out the rules. The rules are tricky. It can't be smaller than eight characters, and it can't be bigger than 20 characters. So a lot of your most popular passwords you use are not going to work. It has to be between 8 and 20 characters. Read the rules above that empty space. Second, it's very tricky because you have to have one digit, meaning one number, and one uppercase character, meaning one capital letter, and one lowercase letter. And a lot of people don't have those three things: a digit, an uppercase character, and a lower. So write it down on a piece of paper first, make sure that you got it, and that it isn't smaller than 8 or bigger than 20. It's just another hoop they're making everybody jump through. So Rick, have you created a new password?
I'm writing it on the piece of paper right now to figure out what it's going to be.
All right. And he's going to
like
do one digit, one uppercase, one lowercase, and more than 8 digits, but not crazy. Don't go to 20.
One uppercase, rest are lowercase, and one number.
And here he goes.
One digit.
We can't see what you're.
I know. And what I'm reading the rules myself here.
Yeah.
One case, one lowercase.
And believe us, we've been through this about 6 times, and we still have to reread the rules because it's so convoluted.
All right. So we're going to try.
So here he goes.
Capital K, ILLTHEBILLS.
Oh my God.
827-828.
Oh my God. Are you sure that's not over 20 characters now?
I don't think so.
Okay, go for it. Now copy the one from above so you don't get a mistake.
I don't think it lets you do that.
Yes, it should. Try it.
Edit, copy. Doesn't let me copy.
Oh, brother. You shouldn't have picked such a complicated.
Try highlighting it and dragging it down.
Yeah, try that. Good idea, Bob.
Okay. It doesn't drag.
Nope. Okay, just type it, but everyone pray for Rick to type it correctly. Okay, it looks like the same length.
That's a good sign.
Yay. Okay, update password. Wait, you just saw him really quickly. Don't go so fast. He
That
did
was
update.
my computer asking me if I wanted to save it. It's not part of the portal thing.
I know, but you do want to save it if you're actually signing up. Okay, so here we are on the position letter portal activity page. That's where you're going to submit your letter. So you can see
And
really.
you can see who we are here. I'm the secretary. That's my address. And we're a new neighborhood group.
That's that fake name he just picked so he could get into the system. Now in very tiny lettering, you can see right under the word activity, submit letter. You can barely find it. Click submit letter. Sometimes at that point, by the way, the system throws a completely different thing at you, an empty text box where you can drag your letter in. So watch for that. Sometimes instead of that little pale blue thing that says submit a letter, you get a text box in the right-hand lower corner. That's happened to us. And then you can just pour your letter into that text box and hit submit. But we're here now. And so the next position is to do the following. Let me get my place, everybody, where we are. Okay, now you're going to identify the bill that you're complaining about. So Rick is going to pick the bill, AB.
Hang on 1 second. Okay.
Why don't you go for 2, 3, 4, 5?
Because if we actually submit the letter,
Oh,
it happens to be about SB 1299.
okay. So he's going to put one in that we support because he doesn't want to do a duplicate of ones that we've already opposed. So this is a bill by Portantino that we think is a good idea. So he's going to put the one in that we are supporting right now. When you see the session, click on that for everybody, Rick, so they can understand. Click on it. Okay, so it doesn't matter what it says. This is automatic and it's just telling you what the session is. So you don't have to worry about that. I just wanted you to see it. Other things might pop up, doesn't matter, just keep going. And then click search. And there it is. And it wants you to know which one. Pick the one with the most recent date. See how they say some dates over there on the lower left? Wait a minute, Rick. You've got June 2020, you've got April 2020, you got February 2020. Pick the most recent bill.
But it automatically picks.
Well, sometime in case it doesn't, just be sure you're picking the most recent. Then you click next. Now you're going to decide, what's that?
You're deciding whether I'm going to submit this as a group, and
you
we
are. Yeah.
Or as myself.
Okay, so you're going to do the group. Go ahead and do the group, Rick. Now it's going to ask you, wait, this bill does not have an author or staff to notify. Fine, whatever.
Yeah, but you see, it knows where the bill is going, and it's already said it's going to the Housing and Community Development Assembly Committee.
Right. You don't have to know which committee. The system is going to tell you the committee that it's been assigned to. The system already knows. So go ahead and click next file, select file.
Okay. And be ready to talk for a minute while I try to find the file on my very noisy desktop. Anyway.
What you mean, is this your actual letter? Okay, so wait, they're going to ask you some things now. This one we support, but typically you're going to say oppose because most of what we're doing this year is oppose. So you're going to say and then it says subject. Your subject is simply I support, I oppose the bill. We're going to say I support, but typically you just say we oppose the bill. That's your subject. You don't have to have anything fancy. It's just for whatever reason they want a subject. Okay, you misspelled support a little bit there. So you're going to say, we oppose SB 1120. Then you're going to click choose file. No, wait, you didn't pick choose file, Rick. Please go back. Okay, choose file. Okay, so choose file. And why does it take it to your desktop, Rick?
Well, it's actually taking it to the last place I was, where I submitted all of the official LC bills.
Right,
So
but when people, when they pick choose file, where will it go? To their computer?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, right. So when you click choose file, it will go to your computer where your letter is waiting for you. So
Okay.
Rick's now going to pick our letter in which we support, if you can find it, in which we
That's always
support,
the problem.
in which we support $12.99. So basically that little button sends you into a search of your computer to find the letters you have already written. That's why pre-write the letter, or at this point you're going to be completely in a mess with nothing to put there. You know what, Rick, it doesn't really matter what you send, because we've sent in a number of support letters. Why don't you just put $12.99 in under file name and search for it?
Yeah, you went past $12.99 as a file, Rick. It was up near the top.
Oh, okay.
Actually, the file name starts with statewide.
Well,
So
why don't you just type in statewide?
This one.
There's one at the top, at the very top.
That raises another point. Can you send it in Word format, or should you send it PDF?
Anything you want, anything you want.
Okay.
Okay, so now he's chosen it. There it shows up. See where he's putting the cursor? That's the file he just took of his own, off of his own website. Now that's what's there. That's the letter now. And you click review.
So it just tells you what you can double check. Yep, you're on $12.99, and you can check that, yeah, your letter's about $12.99, and where it's going and who you're sending it as and what your subject line was. So you've had the chance to review it, and then you can choose to submit it.
Okay, and wait a minute. It's exciting because we've gotten all the way through this. We're about to actually submit the letter. That's why people get stymied and they stop. Everything we just did is irritating and there's no really need for it. Now you're about to give them the letter. So get past all these barriers that they've put up, push through past the government barriers and submit your letter. Don't give up. So go ahead, Rick. Aha, okay, applause.
Yay!
Okay, so there's a bunch of chat. Let's see what it is. Oh, and yeah, it shows up there. It looks pretty cool. You're now official, and they have it in the system, and they know what your first choice was for a private secret word. Rick's was Rick. Then you get rid of that and you pick your own. But I think it's funny that for about 5 seconds, the state knows what you chose for a secret word from your childhood. Okay, so Rick, you want to get rid of that, and so we can all see each other again?